What's up, ecosystem? Welcome back to ATI Auto Business. It is Thursday, noon Central Time. That means it's time for Dispatching Live. You know the drill. Please do jump in the live chat, ask your questions, share your thoughts, share, connect. Please do. You know you can call Ty. Ooh, let's get that up there. The phone number, you can put it in the live chat, or you can call or text Ty. Oh, say that again. All right, say welcome. I had you muted. Oh, dang it. You had your co-host muted? That's unbelievable, Jay. Please do click, like, share. Don't forget to hit like on your way in. Hit it on the way out. Pass it around. Do what you can. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. And why, Jay, why would I tune into this show? Why tune into Dispatching Live? Okay, well, there's a few reasons. There may be even more reasons. Put it in the live chat. Why tune into Dispatching Live? Number one, this is where the community gets together on Thursdays at noon for 1 hour. Okay? We know you can put it on Facebook, you can talk about it at the truck stop, or you can do those things also. And you can join the live chat on Dispatching Live on Thursdays and share, connect. You can even, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat this morning. You can even do business. Do you have a load? We see it on Facebook. Hey man, I got a car. My truck broke down. I need someone to move it. Put it in the live chat. Connect, grow, carriers, brokers, dispatchers. All right. So that's what this show is all about. Plus, we have some important news items. Vance is waiting in the wings. He's going to join us also by audio to talk about an important issue. But before we dive into any of those things, please do help me wish a very warm welcome. You know her, you love her, Sue. Hey, how you doing, Sue?
How I'm doing? It's rainy and nasty here. What's it look like with you?
Oh, is it? I thought I saw some cloudage. But I think it's missing us. I think we're not getting
Well,
rain
you're
right now.
lucky. It's dropped like 30 degrees.
Oh, see,
It is super cold.
I think it is chilly,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
It wasn't before. It was beautiful, and then it started raining and it dropped that fast. So that's kind of
Wow.
crazy, but
How's the weather where you guys are? But it
yeah.
is, at least it's springtime, right?
Yeah, I guess it's gonna kill everything because it's
Exactly.
freezing
Don't you
everything.
hate that? All
I
the buds
know.
come out and it's like, oh, and then it's like crack.
Yeah.
Right? Crackling and freezing.
Yeah, because I planted a whole bunch
No.
of plants and now they're
Yeah.
all
You
dead
can't
again.
plant plants until like July, and
I
then
guess.
they're like sweating to death. So I
Yeah,
don't
then
know.
you kill
I
them
don't know
either
what you
way
do.
because they have no water.
But they'll pretty soon there'll be nothing but ocean. We'll be fine. Um, please say hello in the live chat. Vance is here. What's
Oh, hey, Danny.
up? Ty is in here. He loves you, and he says hello to Vance. Fritz Duval is here. What's up, Fritz? Thanks for saying hello, guys. Danny B is with us today. What's up, Danny B? Chris Chamberlain is here. Happy Thursday, or Flashback Thursday. That's right. Set your don't set your VHS clock. Keep it at blinking 12. Probably everybody here knows that one. Carlos is here. What's up, Carlos?
Hey, Carlos.
And so let's check the Super Loadboard. What is happening on Super Loadboard today?
Let's see. We got 3,300. Oh, well, let's discuss how many loads are on the big load
Oh
board. It
yeah,
is at
yeah.
34,334. Last week we were at 32,895. So, 1,500. It's gone up.
Okay.
What's weird is like some days we're getting everybody like, okay, so the best day of all is when you already have your driver loaded for the next day, right? So that has not been happening for months. I think I've had it happen twice this week, and it was like, whoosh, that kind of feeling when you finally get it done. But we're still back today. We're still trying to find loads for the drivers as they're rolling in today, even. So it's kind of like one day it's good, one day it's crap. So
It's interesting you point that out. That is a good way to measure how things are going whether you're able to book ahead or it's just the same day. And one of the reasons you wait till the same day is it's not that you're not seeing loads, but you're here to make money, right?
right.
Yeah. I mean, because that's one of the funny things. You'll talk to somebody and they're like, "Yeah, I'm booked weeks ahead." Yeah,
Yeah,
because you're
not.
scooping up all the leftovers that have a crusty top on them, and they're
Yeah,
cold. Yeah, I mean, sure, there's cars. Go ahead, you can grab cars, but
yeah,
you are a business, right? You're here to make money, and if you're here to make money, sometimes you got to wait.
yeah.
Nabizada, I'm looking for a towing company in Jacksonville to dispatch cars from.
Huh?
I'm looking interesting. Let's talk about that.
I'm
I'm
looking
looking
for
for
a
a towing
towing
company
company in
in
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville to dispatch cars from. Copart and IAA. Oh,
Oh, so he's looking for a transporter that lives in Jacksonville.
interesting. Well, shoot.
Kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Ty's like, call Candy. And Nabizada's like, who? Yeah. Can you, let's see. Ty, are we talking about, look at this. This is what we do. We're doing business live. We're not wasting time. Come on now. Let me see. Ty, are you talking about the 2531 number? Can I share that?
But does she have a towing company? I thought she worked at the port.
Yeah, but she's gonna know somebody.
Oh, that's true.
Call Candy. Is it right, Ty? Is that the number we're talking before I post it? 904-238. I'm saying it. Seconds to go before I post it. Can I post this, Ty? You think? I don't know if that's her personal number or okay, I'm gonna post it. So I just posted Candy's number.
Someone
And
might want to
then,
give her a heads up.
yeah, exactly. Well,
Ty,
hey
text her.
man, when you connect with us, you better get ready for more business. Email Candy. And what we're talking about is Jacksport Storage at in Jacksonville.
And
Florida.
Candy's
I'm typing.
awesome.
Oh, she's
Can't meet a
amazing.
nicer person.
Shoot,
Honestly.
I can share a video. Let's do Jacksport Storage, where you can see the operation in action. Let's see. Let me go find the link.
Small business
here.
owners who want to
Then I gotta skip the YouTube ads. Let's see here.
save time and money on general
Cool.
liability insurance.
Ty gave her a heads up.
You did? Okay, good.
I did.
Okay, here's the dang frog. Okay, here's the candy video link. All right, so you'll know what she's talking about, how to contact her, and she is in Jacksonville, and she will. Man, if she doesn't have an idea,
Yeah, then there's something wrong.
I'm shutting the studio down. Okay. Please do remember to leave a like. That's the way we roll, Nabizada. Thank you so much for that request, that connection. Bada bing, bada boom. Elena is here.
Hey,
Ben
Elena.
is here. What's up, Ben?
Hey, Ben.
Yep. So, Ben, we're looking at Super Loadboard. And, Ben, if you've got anything to point out, we know some of the features of Super Loadboard. Not everybody's going to know all the features. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Sue, what are your top three favorite things about Super Loadboard?
I love that you can do instant books, which means once you push the button, the load is already yours. There's no waiting for somebody to accept the load or call you back or anything like that. The other thing I like is having all your credentials on here does help. I will say that some of the brokers, though, are still asking for all those things, which doesn't make sense to me. So maybe they need to be trained better for that part.
Oh, yeah, that'd be true. Yeah.
So that, and I like being able to search along your route. And for example, what's lovely is like Backlot Cars is one of the number one ones on there that will show you a picture of the vehicle too. So like, so for example, if something huge or something, you're going to get a picture of it. You're going to know how big the flatbed is. You're going to know whatever you need to know by looking at the picture usually. So I think that's wonderful that they put pictures on there of the vehicles. I think ACV does that on their website too, by the way.
But you're right, though. Actually, this is a great idea, Ben, is recommendations of how to be a super broker, which the purpose of which is not to create more work for you, but you're looking for great carriers, right?
Right.
And great carriers want to see photos and They want to build an instant book, and yeah, this is actually.
And I know why Backlots has the pictures because they're kind of like they do the same thing that ACV does. They go out and they do the inspections on the trucks and set it all up. So that's why they get the pictures. And I know most brokers aren't going to get the pictures. But if it's something weird or huge, I think you should put that picture on there. Just like, for example, a big broker gave me supposedly two E450 vans. I asked them specifically, are these box trucks? No, they're not box trucks. There's nothing in my paperwork that says it's a box truck, blah, 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 blah. So then guess what? Sue takes the load. Then I call the delivery end just to ask and say, okay, are these box trucks? Well, we never buy box trucks. I think it's just a cabin chassis. So I didn't trust that. So I went back because they were at Manheim. I called Manheim up, and guess what? No, they're box trucks. I don't know how tall they are, but they're box trucks. So then I had to cancel. And then check this out. This is what really irritates me. I call up this big broker, and I tell them, these are box trucks. And what do? They go list them individually back on the board for less money than what I had them for. Tell me that's not a pisser.
Doing what?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why the shady broker term is here to stay.
Yeah.
That is shady, man. Shady. Hey, Zach Smith is here. What's going on? Now, not all brokers are shady.
No.
And not all carriers are crappy. And not all dispatchers are illegal. There, did we hear everybody?
And Zach sent me an email, and you sent it to me first. And I guess he was on the show Tuesday night. And he was wanting to know how to give accurate quotes.
Oh, transport auto quoter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For like, it says, see, I thought he was wanting like weird stuff like 3500s plus box fans, that kind of thing. Okay. And I think he does want that too, but he also want to know the best way to do pickup trucks, vans, large SUVs. So just a quick thing about this.
Elena just did a drive-by. Shots fired in the live chat. Elena called out the broker. No,
not her. They wasn't them, believe it or not.
Different broker. Okay.
No.
Because you like that broker.
That I knew?
See how
or the one I'm talking about.
On the audio version of the show, we didn't mention the company. You can't we did.
I kind of like that one she's talking
kinda?
about. If they ever answer the phone. We know how that goes. Anyways.
Oh, okay. And you wonder why the driver won't answer the phone. Right?
Yeah, because the broker never does.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's true, Ben. But anyways, quick thing over this for Zach. Now, a lot of this is experience on giving a quote. You can use the compare button on the big broker. But I'm going to tell you, like, we've never found out what their parameters are to give you that quote or that compare. I mean, is it a week ago? Was it a month ago? Was it yesterday? There's what you have to look at.
Was it in-op?
Right. Now, because I've been doing this as long as I've been doing it, I kind of have an idea of what things should go for. And I'll be honest, most everything I price at $1 a mile just because of gas and everything. And that's one of the things you need to be aware of. But as a broker that's starting out, you have a lot of people that are going to give the other people quotes that are way lower than what is probably reasonable. So you have to keep that in mind when giving the quote. You're not going to get every deal because they're going to go with the cheapest one, as we all know, and who knows if they'll ever end up with their car or not.
Yeah.
But everybody's cheap. That's what they're wanting. Now on the big vehicles like box vans, F1, F550s, 3500 cargo vans, those need to be over $1 a mile. And it all depends on the area you're going to go from to. Like there's certain areas that are cheaper than others. Like we all know, Dallas, coming out of Dallas, Texas is crap. So those are lower prices. But I don't usually do that unless the owner of the vehicle just says, I'm not only going to pay X amount of money. I still try to give them $1 a mile. Now on an F550 or a 3500 cargo van that's like a high top or something like that, you want to give them over that. You're going to give them $1.50 a mile, sometimes $2 a mile. But like I said, they're still going to go with the cheaper person. So just keep that in mind. I don't do that because I'm not really in competition with buying leads. And that's what I'm talking about, is buying leads. So just keep that in mind. And if you want to call me, I can kind of go over this a little bit better with you sometime. I just got your email, so I'm sorry. But that kind of will help you a little bit. But any other questions, if you want to send me another email, give me a call. I'm more than happy to help you, Zach. So, okay, sorry, moving on.
No, I like that. No, and in fact, please do help us out. The likes do not match the views, and we need your help to change that. Please do leave a like if you got one.
Carlos said my
I mean, let's see here. Which always costs us a few viewers.
So
yeah.
Ben was talking about the load alert
Yeah,
notifications.
please. Take it away.
So mine is actually on there when you come up, Alina. So I'm not sure, and you can exit out of it, but you can have it on there on the screen at all times. I just don't because it's too much to look at. So I go in and out of it. But you might ask Ben about that if it's not working for you the way it should be. Do you know what I'm talking about? Load alerts.
Are you talking to me or are you talking to Ben?
I'm talking to you. Do you know what the load alerts are?
Enlighten me, because maybe I don't.
So in general, you'll have a suggested load. Like, for example, right here where it says suggested load.
Okay.
You 14 more loads.
Oh.
These are stuff that you've done similar before in the past.
Cool.
And you can create your own load alert too right here. So maybe she's talking about two different things than what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I think she's talking about an email load alert, but you're talking about a load alert inside of the
actuals there.
Now, so and would you say, are you inside the TMS or are you inside the load board? How would you say
I'm in the load board.
You're in the load board. Okay.
Yeah. Now, you can create your own load alert right here. So that may be what she's talking about, that she's not getting them fast enough when they come up.
How neat. I didn't know that.
So it's kind of like what the other board has, where you can put in that you're in a certain area to a certain area.
Yeah, but why does this seem a little more... Have they updated their load alert?
I don't know. I haven't
used it. This just seems a little more advanced than... Like, here's the thing is, from what I remember... This is more
advanced. I agree.
Yeah, okay. From what I remember, you could put in where your truck might be. But it never did really anything, and all it generated was phone calls.
Yes.
When I wasn't there.
That's what it is, phone calls.
Okay. This generates
an actual comes up on your
that's
up on your screen.
That's what people are looking for. Am I wrong? Yeah.
No, this is what we're looking for. Absolutely.
Okay.
And if you look on here, you can also do search along route at the same time when you put in your pickup and delivery. So it's going to bring up, loads that are along your way too. And I will say, I've gotten more loads off of Super Loadboard this week than ever.
Well, see...
So there's more and more people listing cars on here, which is fabulous.
See, that's the thing. This is the... I'll go to camera one for this. Okay, so what's interesting, and this is exciting, and I'm trying to brim... Jay, you're getting excited. You need to drink your ELD punch,
Yeah. I just spilled my ELD
I feel terrible
down
now.
my shirt.
I feel awful. So. I'm way more calmed down. So, is that we knew that the day would come, because everyone's like, well, I can't use those other load boards because everybody's on this load board.
Mm-hmm.
And the day will come, has come, did come, I don't know, when there'll be a tipping point. Everything has a tipping point.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
There was a time when people were like, oh, Facebook is everything. I would never leave Facebook.
And then you have Twitter and everything else. Yeah, I got you.
And who says that now? Who says I can't live without Facebook?
Right. Yeah, because they got Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, good God, whatever. Yeah.
So everything has a tipping point. Microsoft had one. Everybody has a tipping point. I don't know if we're at the tipping point, but what you just said... That doesn't surprise me, especially when you need, let's think about it. As a user, you need good paying loads with good paying brokers, and you don't need a bunch of wrestling ring, barroom, saloon stuff. You're running a business. So the tipping point is coming. It's just a matter. Yeah, good point, Ty. Look how Bud Light did. Bud Light found the tipping point. It seemed impossible. They've had great ads for decades. And what's really interesting, now when you wheel out the Clydesdales, it just doesn't feel the same. So, I love what you just said. You say it again. Did you
I've
just booked? Yeah.
I've booked more this week on Super Dispatch load board than I have in a really long time. There are more and more people putting their loads on there. Like, for example, I don't know if anybody
Wow.
knows who's 74 Auto is. They're out of Sykeston, Missouri.
I know who they are. They've been on the show.
They're
Yeah.
on Super Dispatch.
Wow.
I found them yesterday. I was like, holy crap.
Wow.
Yes. So they're, and then VRCG, I took a load from them yesterday, a 3-pack, and they were on there. There's a whole bunch of people I have never seen on there before. So I think it's fabulous. Just keep going, guys. Keep getting them on there. Because eventually, you're right. We're going to reach that tipping point.
And here's what's great is that, again, there's no need to, you can choose Fanta or Sprite or Coke or Pepsi. I actually don't like restaurants that only offer Coke or Pepsi. Can't I get both?
Well, true.
Why can't I order a Coke and the person I'm with orders a Pepsi?
Yeah.
I hate that. So we're not saying dump everything else.
No.
Yeah.
Don't. You can't.
But
Not yet.
Yeah. But yeah, know that there's more than one place to look for loads, and know that some of the features on each place are different. Yeah.
That's right. Not everybody's created equally, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really neat. Ty's like, but no. Well, we're an equal opportunity employer. Well, we don't really employ people.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that got awkward quickly. Okay, let's do this. Hey, it is now time. Thanks for piling in. Tell your friends. Let's do some dispatching live industry news. Get through some business. Loadboard search, dispatching live. Oh, I forgot the disclaimer. Dang it. All right, here we go. The views and analysis provided here and relate to the auto transport industry as a whole and may not relate directly to ATI Auto Business, Auto Transport Intel, or any affiliates, advertisers, or audience members. All viewers or participants of this content expressly waive any rights during this live program, whether in voice, chat, comment, video, or audio, and have been advised and encouraged not to say or express any opinion that may or may not directly relate to ATI Auto Business, Auto Transport Intel, any affiliates, advertisers, audience members, or any other company or individual in auto transport should not feel they have the right to do so. Next. Pass. Oh man, this show, no, that was terrible. This deserves a, you know what? Did you see Tuesday night show?
Me?
Think outside the blocks. Now, I know, listen, I realize one of the reasons I talk about other shows is because some of these shows shed incredible knowledge. If you want to learn more about auctions and technology, check this show out. And go in the video description, skip the first hour where I just jibber jabber. Skip all that and go right to the panel discussion. We had Kelly Bianchi of Auction v Commerce. It's a software, and it helps auctions grow in the digital space. And so America's Auto Auction was on there with their staff. Wow, great stuff. And you actually learn more about the auctions too, which is really helpful because, you know, we don't, as a carrier, we don't see the running lane, right? We see the transport parking lot. We see the before and after, but not the during. So on this show, we learn more about the during, which is really cool. And like, here's a guy. Check this out. He's got a flip phone too, huh? All right, this guy works in transportation at the auction, and he now uses Auction v Commerce, which we're all used to using an electronic bill of lading mobile app. He's using Auction v Commerce to coordinate transportation. So there's real opportunity here to connect with auctions and other locations in technology, even though it may not be your wheelhouse. Speaking of, I want to roll this video. This is really neat. This was made by Conic. I guess he's a fan.
Peace, family. I'm showing y'all this because I got an off day today, right? I'm not out of my truck, and y'all can see that, right? Yeah, so anyways, I'm off today, but before I got my business started, and I was researching, asking different people, where can I find information about starting my auto transport business? The same guys that I'm watching now is the same guys that I was watching then. So like, as they grow, I grow. The knowledge that they learn and they put out there to the public, I pick up on. It's a lot of times like, you gotta search extra hard to find this kind of information to keep you ahead of the industry. So if there's any auto haulers out there, any car haulers, any transporters, anybody looking forward to being in the auto transport space, definitely head over to YouTube, hit them up.
Oh, so I don't know if you can see that video, right? Because I don't think I clicked it right. But
I could see it. I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, okay. Oh, you couldn't hear anything?
I couldn't hear anything. I don't know about anybody else, but I couldn't hear
Oh, you know, the audience could and you couldn't.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So what this was is, just to recap, Iconic Jones 88 on Instagram gave a shout out to ATI and Super Dispatch that this is a true testimonial. I don't know Iconic Jones. I'd like to, maybe talk to him, have him on the show. But he saw what I think we see, which is we got to band together to share reliable information instead of this stuff. I like to talk about, if you're listening to a guy that, was making videos on the side of the highway with his dog and now he's out of the business, what are you doing? Please don't do that.
The issue.
Check this
Each
out.
electric vehicle battery for a heavy-duty truck weighs 8,000 pounds, and you need at least 2 of them. So we're talking the weight of 4 or 5 cars. And my friends and peers in the industry nationwide who have tried to make efforts to put in, say, hey, I'm going to convert a dozen forklifts to electric, or I want to tee up a facility for 30 electric trucks. There's no power. The utilities come back, the cities come back and say, is this some kind of joke? One friend tried to put in Illinois a facility, tee it up for 30 trucks electrification. The city came back and said, this is some kind of joke. You're asking for more draw than the entire city requires. And just to give you an idea, 30, 50 trucks, that's like a 5-6 megawatt application. The factory that makes the trucks is a 2 megawatt factory. Just so we're clear on the scale of the issue.
By the way, it does not excite me that we can't talk about EV without it becoming a political issue. I don't care about politics, okay? I don't care who's president. I don't like most presidents. So I could talk about EV as an issue aside from politics, and I will tell you, it is really interesting to me that there is information about EV that runs contrary to the idea that we're just all going to be hooked up and running EVs in a few years. It's not going to be that simple. So,
I don't think so either.
Ty, thanks for sending me this video. And there I said it. I said something that, like, listen, here's another problem, and this kind of sucks too, is that if I worked for a company, I wouldn't be able to say this, right? Because this is like, Jay, you're politicizing EVs. No, you're politicizing EVs, and you're not letting people talk about it. Talk about what, what's really happening. So, there, I said that too. All right, cool. Show me the truck. Hey, let's move on to a trucking segment. Okay, this is pretty cool. Paul sent in a bunch of photos. Thank you so much, Paul. Paul wanted to share a bunch of great photos of trailers loaded. And I've got several here. Look at that one. That's nice. So show me your photos of the truck. Send it to Auto Transport Intel. Whoa! What? Well, that's a crazy load. What?
OMG. How the hell did that even get up there?
Oh, that's crazy.
Because the
Yeah,
wheelbase on that is a
how
bitch.
did you load that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Who is that? Is it something you know?
No, I don't know. Paul sent
somebody
this
just
in.
put it
I don't know Paul. But I just shared the link. If you got autotransportintel@gmail.com, send in your photos. That is crazy. I would love to learn more about this load.
Yeah, because that would be hard. Oh, and there's another one on the back. I didn't even see that.
I know. That's what I'm
The
saying.
bright
It's
yellow
two.
one.
I know. It's crazy. It's really crazy.
Yeah, because I've had drivers try to pick up limos and
No.
you can't.
No. Skip it. Yeah, I've never successfully booked a limo.
No, because your wheelbase, it starts to catch right there when you start to take it up and start scraping it, and it teeter-totters.
That guy's a supercar hauler. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He must have like 20-foot long ramps.
Exactly. Nice. And these are different trucks too, so I wonder if maybe he just grabbed them online, but well, that might be the same trailer. That looks like the same rig.
That sounds like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you got that blue semi. Not sure which model it is, but yeah. Okay, maybe that's his truck.
I
Maybe
like
he
that
drives.
trailer, though.
Yeah, me too. And it said Cottrell, right? Yeah, that one says Cottrell. You can't read it.
Oh yeah, I can see the C though.
This one, is that the same trailer? So it's got a 7 car.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
That's a different trailer. This is good stuff. Yeah, I love the. Hey, Jacob's here. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, send in your truck. This is pretty cool. Looking at truck photos. I don't just grab them all. You know, I'll tell you what. I barely make it. I barely make it to noon on time. So, so I need your help. Send me stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's a high rail.
Wow.
And he's got 9.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. He's got the headache rack, high rail stinger. Yeah, that looks pretty good. He's got a chop. He's got a chopped roof. Learned that at Midwestern Car Carriers. The chopped roof allows better height on the headache rack. Yeah, they chopped the roof off. So, which must be interesting when you first get in one of those. Another 7-car shot.
7. Yeah.
I love when you see you see the shadow. That's such a common shadow. I'm holding up my camera. I'm holding up my phone to get the shot. Shadow. Great stuff. That was really cool. Thank you so much, Paul. East Coast Broker put in the comments on Tuesday night's show. Another great episode. Yeah, it was a great show. The Super Loadboard Secret. If you haven't checked it out, wanted to share this too. Can you refer a loyal quality broker to keep my trailer loaded? I thought this was a really cool post. Like, brokers aren't all bad. They can actually help keep you loaded. If you create a relationship with a broker and they pay you well, I mean, that's your back office. Because that's what brokers do. They develop business. Yeah. So this is a really smart comment. I think it's really awesome. And I want to help develop that list of brokers in different paths. Let's see. Oh, this was Chris had put there. Remember we were looking at that EV? Chris says jumping EVs, they all have 12-volt systems. If it's dead, it can't activate the car without a 12-volt. Happens a lot if they sit and the battery dies. So Chris was adding that to that last show.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure, for some reason I thought you had to be really careful when you're jump starting an EV.
Yeah. Well, I did too, actually. So it's really good to know. Hey, did you get the memo? All right, we're going to add Vance here in a second. But before we do, I'll add Vance while you're... What is this? Yeah, what? Sue, what happened?
So, okay, so I had booked out like a vehicle going someplace and coming back. So it was a swap. And these people took the vehicle from us. We verified that, they picked up, they delivered, they picked up, they delivered. And then they sent us over their paperwork and get me to pay them. Thank God I was able to stop it, by the way. But anyways, they had not only just booked it through me, they booked it through another broker as well. So they booked mine through Central and they booked theirs through Super. And and I know that they knew what the hell they were doing.
Oh,
There's no way that you don't know.
Shady broker.
And then on top of it, when so I'm trying to get paid from the dealership, and she's like, I've already paid this other broker for this load.
Boy.
I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I did this load. And she's like, no, this company already did it. And I'm like, okay, what's the transporter name that they've got? Well, she couldn't tell me. So I call the broker and I'm like, look, some shady shit is going on. This company by the name, can I say it?
All right, so pause. So if you say the company name, will it change the story at all?
No.
All right,
Just
then don't say it.
lets people know what they're doing.
Don't say it. But here's what we want. Put it in the live chat. Can you guess the scandalous...
Well, they won't know because this is a transporter.
Oh.
This isn't the broker.
All right,
this is
don't...
the transporter.
All right, don't say the company name. All we'll do is get in trouble.
Okay. So anyways.
Because there's clearly, listen, likes do not match views by a lot. So there's clearly, we have some people watching that may or may not be Giant fans. So
True.
I don't know what they're doing. Keep going.
Anyways, so it was a transporter that did this. It's not it's not me and the other broker. We had no clue this was going on because obviously, like I said, they booked through Super and I booked through Central. So neither one of us knew this was happening. So when they bill them out through Super, right? Because they use Super to do the load. Well, I get these fake BOLs with fake signatures on them. because I sent it to the dealership and they're like, I didn't sign that. So when I confront this transporter about it, who by the way has a dispatcher on the side, he hangs up on me.
Oh, perfect.
So yeah, shocker.
It was the dispatcher.
Yeah, well, so then I talked to the dispatcher and I'm like, I don't know if you dispatch for them or if you own the company. He's like, no, I'm a dispatcher. I just started with them. I said, okay, well, I'm letting you know right now that they double booked this load and you guys have billed me and billed them. And I had actually paid them, but my ACH hadn't started yet. It was going to start the next day. So I was able to stop payment on both of them. But they were trying to get from both of us. And so I let the other broker know what was going on as well, because I said, you know, you need to be aware that what they were doing is basically it's fraud, and that you need to confront them about it too, and then put them on your do not use list, which is what I did. But yeah, so that was scary because I almost lost it was almost $1,200, and you know they weren't going to give me my money back.
No, they don't care as long as their car gets moved. They don't care.
Well, no,
I mean,
not them.
Oh,
I'm talking about
you
the
switched over to the carrier. So what did they?
Yeah.
I was reading the chat. So what did what essentially recap? What did the carrier do? You went from
the carrier.
Yeah.
They booked on Super Dispatch my 2 cars, and then they booked on Central Dispatch through me my 2 cars. So they billed out both brokers to get paid, but my paperwork was fraudulent. And Super Dispatch was right because they used Super Dispatch. But yeah, when I confronted the transporter about what they did, they hung up the phone, would never answer my phone calls again. But I let the dispatcher, who he says he's been doing it for a couple of years, but he's new with this company in particular, and he apologized, said, I didn't know they did this. I booked it through you. They went behind.
Okay, so now I want to know the transporter's name, but just give me. Don't say the whole company name. Say one word.
There's only one word anyways. It's called Hoobie. But people need to know.
Well, Hoobastank doesn't watch this show anyways.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. But anyways,
wow.
But yeah, brokers in general need to know about stuff like this. And see, and here's the thing. I was able to go put it on Central Dispatch as a rating, by the way.
So wait a minute. I'm going to say something dangerous. Was that carrier able to book a load on Super Dispatch?
Yes. That's how they did it.
So that's a problem because we need to clean up the community. How do we get them kicked off?
Well, I contacted Super. The other broker contacted
somebody
Super
needs to
as
care.
well.
At some point in the world, somebody needs to care because it's the only way to clean up the community.
And here's the thing. It can't be an accident.
No.
Because I got fake, fraudulent bills of lading.
Come on.
You know what I mean? You can't say, whoops, I screwed up. Because
man.
One, you have the same VIN numbers as they were on Super Dispatch that I gave.
There we go. The VIN numbers were the same. The locations were the same.
Right.
Was
you
the
knew
pay
what you were doing.
Pretty much the same?
I don't know. I don't know what they got paid.
Yeah.
I know what I was paying them, but I don't know what they got paid.
And if you're picking up a 2014 white Camaro at a body shop in New Orleans, and you have 2 dispatch sheets, and it's the same VIN number.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah.
You're not stupid.
Hey, Ben, I already gave Brittany all the information, and Rhea, I think her name is, also has the information from the other broker. So
there you go.
Took care of all of it.
So, and here's the thing is, okay, so somebody would be like, well, gee, goody two-shoes. Well, listen. And by the way, speaking of goody two-shoes, what I wonder as we move into the next issue, topic here, is that, is it possible that the problem we're about to talk about is there maybe somebody on this problem that's trying to figure out how to get better at creating this problem? Let's bring in Vance. Let's talk about what we're talking about. All right, here we go. Yeah, so here we go. This is way bigger. Oh, I gave him... Okay, so he should be joining now. All right, so I heard the doorbell. Vance, can you hear us okay? Mic check 1 2. He's joining right now. We're going to talk about we're sorry to talk about this, but we're going to talk about accounts getting hacked. There is something going on. We don't know exactly what it is. But there is something going on, and it's a problem. So take it away, Sue. What here? In fact, I got a couple news items. What? Just woke up. Dispatcher tells me. Yeah, was this you?
That was me.
No.
That happened on
Yeah.
Saturday,
Okay.
and Super Best Dispatch checked in. And granted, you guys have to realize this is all coming from like your personal emails. Somebody's clicking on something. It's not technically the load board, but they have to help us get through it either way. So I think this guy got hacked on his email, and that's what happened. And that's how they got into his Super Dispatch account. And then we found out actually it was his app is what they thought was happening, because it still kept happening after we changed the passwords. Now, Vance is going to talk about the big load board when he gets on. Now, yesterday we had a major issue with a big broker and another load board, which is crazy because I just said to Jay the day before we're going to start seeing it on other load boards, which we are.
And I said, I don't want to talk about this,
Yeah.
right now, because we just did, and I don't want us to get in trouble or anything. Because clearly, again, listen, if you check we got 18 likes and 25 views.
Right.
Now, I'm fine with that, but I do believe we got folks watching this program that we may or may not know who they are. That's okay.
Yeah.
We don't have
Yeah.
to know everybody, but I want to make sure everybody's here for good.
Right.
Okay.
And not evil.
And I don't. Well, we don't know anymore. We
Well,
don't know
yeah, we don't
because,
know.
and that's what the problem is. This industry, when you go to start cleaning up, like a cracked out neighborhood, there's
Yeah.
going to be some shots fired.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. We're trying to clean out a cracked neighborhood. Vance, can you hear us? Okay.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, we
Yeah.
can hear
Hey,
you.
Vance.
Hey,
So, so Vance, Sue, you guys take it away. We're
Well, go ahead, Vance. This is your story. Go for it.
all right. Well, I was sitting on the couch watching some Netflix the other night about 11 o'clock and got an email. And I was like, who in the world's emailing me at 11 o'clock? It was Central Dispatch saying that they had received my request to change my profile information. And I'm like, this is interesting with all of the hacking that's been going on with everything else. And I was like, going to log right in and change my password immediately. So did that. The next morning, I called Central Dispatch and said, hey, I got this email, and what am I supposed to do with it? And she said, well, if you changed your password, you should be good. Because Central Dispatch is a self-service website, and they don't have any information that they can keep to share with me. They couldn't even tell me what the request was that they wanted to be changed. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense to me, because if you received the request, then why can't you tell me what the request was? And but they couldn't.
Yeah.
So they just said, just change the password and you should be good.
Right.
They're not really taking responsibility for the website. It doesn't seem like.
No, I agree.
And as we raise these things, please don't retaliate against the users. Help them.
Yeah.
That's why we're bringing this up.
Yeah.
We don't want, we don't want anybody getting kicked off of a platform because you said something, about the election. Okay. Yeah. All right. But the thing is that, and I want to say this too. I know Super Dispatch. They know certain things about this issue, and they're on it. And hopefully this is the case with the other technology platforms, is that if you're in the background and you're working on it, great. But try to keep us posted at some point. There's this silent blinking game going on in our industry as well, where everyone's acting like the other one doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. I know, because I'm on LinkedIn all day. And every company acts like all the other companies aren't doing anything. And that's just dumb.
Yeah.
That's why we created the neutral zone. If you're a platform, and by the way, shout out to Run Buggy. Run Buggy came on and took the reins and talked about security.
And they have like a 2-point verification, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Every time you get on there, they send you a link to your email so you can get on the board.
Perfect.
So, and honestly, I wish.
Oh, here's the email.
Yeah.
Right? This is the email.
Yep.
You got this. Yeah, 11:05 at night. You got this email. And so now is this email's legit, right?
Yeah.
Well,
But
Yeah, that's
but
how we get them.
dispatch.com, so
but
Yeah.
you didn't request a profile change. Is that right?
correct. Yeah, I would have had no reason to change anything on my profile.
So the question is now the hackers know this. The hackers watching know this, but we don't. I don't. How does this start? Do we know
No.
how this email? Why did this email get sent?
Oh, because that means somebody's in your account and you have to click
But how did the
on
hacker
something.
get in the account?
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. How do hackers get into carrier accounts?
And if you were going to get into the account, why do you even need to change anything? You're already in it. So that doesn't make sense either, right?
That's why I did not click on the link that was
Link.
sent in the email.
Yeah.
At all, because I figured if I clicked on it, then that might alert
Oh, so
the
you went
hacker that
directly
hey,
to-
they've got it now.
Right. So you went directly to and did it yourself then.
Right.
Okay.
And then now, obviously, you didn't need your profile information changed, but now that you know there's a hacker in there, what did you do?
Well, I contacted Central the next morning. You know,
Okay.
I actually physically called them, and the funniest part of that whole conversation I told Sue after the fact was the first sentence out of their mouth or out of their recording when you're trying to get to a live person. Is, foul language will not be tolerated. Please be respectful of our agents.
Okay.
And I thought, well, so, obviously people are pretty ticked off when they call them.
Right. That's a great way to set a tone, by the way.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If you got to start with a disclaimer, then
I should add that. I need to add that.
so. But yeah, so I mean, when I called him, I was like, "Look, I received this email, and I didn't change it. I don't understand, And I said, can you tell me what it was that they were trying to change, or what whoever was trying to change?" And she said, "Well, this is a self-service platform, and we don't have information like that to be able to give you of what they were trying to change."
Okay. So, in short, that phone call went nowhere.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. So, did you do? What did you do? Did you change your password then? I mean, what do you do?
Well, I changed my password the night before when I got the
Okay.
email, and
yeah,
I just logged right into
Okay.
my Central account and changed it.
So, has there been any other activity?
Not as far as this
Okay.
email system goes. No,
Are you having any problems getting?
Hattiesburg from.
no, I'm not having any trouble getting in or seeing anything.
Are you having trouble with any other account or anything? Do you feel like there's a hacker in any of your accounts right now?
I don't know. For the guys that I dispatched for, I did send them a text message and said, told them about what happened, to be aware, and if they get an email like that, to let me know immediately, and I would contact Central on their
Okay.
behalf.
Sue, do you feel like you have any drivers right now, and do you know any carriers that? Oh, that'll be next. Do you have any carriers right now? Is anybody still actively being hacked that you know of?
Well, it happened yesterday. Like I said, through one of the major platforms. Not the most major, but this is a company that doesn't necessarily own the platform, but everything goes through that platform, if that'll help everybody. Anyways, what was happening is someone, and this is the deal that's going around, just so everybody knows. It's always enclosed vehicles. It's always high-end enclosed vehicles, and they're bidding on all these enclosed vehicles. So the good part about this company, they usually decline all your loads anyways. So, and then they call you. So this went on. We called them when it first started happening. We left the office. It continued to happen all night long until the next morning. Once again, we called them again and said, we have not been on these. They declined every one of them except for one, which was weird. What happened was that guy called us. He had a 57 Cutlass. I think it was going from someplace like in Utah or Nevada. It's nowhere we go. And we're not enclosed. Anyways, and he's like, well, I'm calling to see if you're coming to pick up our vehicle. And we're like, we are not enclosed. That is not us. Someone has hacked the account. And he said, well, I just received an email from this company as well saying do not give your car to this vehicle. The account has been hacked. And so and the deal is what they do is they call and pretend to be your company. Then they send over a towing company to pick up the car. Just so everybody knows, this is their MO. They pick it up with a towing company, take it to wherever, and then it disappears. So sometimes they're taking the car, sometimes they're also getting money up front. It's both. When we talked to this big company that uses this load board for their loads, they told us it is global. It is not just ours. They are having this happen all over the place. So just make sure everybody watches their accounts. Make sure that you're not seeing anything funky going on, because they did manage to steal a couple other cars. I believe Vance has a driver where they stole a car through U-Ship as well, right, Vance?
Yes, they did.
They just like a week or so ago. Yeah, a Porsche. But they're always high end and they're always enclosed. That's what they're bidding on, enclosed vehicles.
Right. And you were saying, so it was like 100 enclosed. What happened?
Well, they were just bidding on them, like boom, boom, boom on that thing. And I think on that one it was like over 20 by the time we were done.
Did this happen to Elena? Am I right?
No, this happened to us in here with one of my girls inside the office.
Okay.
And the other thing about it was we also found out, which reminds me, Jen, I need to get that from you. They changed our email address, and it's this Blackfish company. That's what they keep doing. This is the same company. They're changing it to an email called Blackfish something or other, and it is a 404 number that is calling people. I think the other day on this one they said the name was Brian Miller or something weird like that. Brian Green. Anyways, they're changing their names every time too, because I mean they're also in the beginning. You remember they were saying they were with Murphy. Give me your U-Ship information, and some of the guys did, and then we told them to go in and change everything. So, and all it takes is just one thing like that, and it's on like Donkey Kong.
Right, because all they need is the dispatch sheet
at gmail.com.
Right. Once they have the dispatch sheet, they can say whatever they want, and you know,
well,
the shipper
isn't
gonna know.
Well, and see, and that's what they had to have done to change the you know,
Zach
how to have a
had
chat
a Porsche
line.
stolen. Yeah. So that's
get
what,
on the chat, and they get them to change all the information.
Oh my god! And we talk about. I mean, think how big this problem must be at this point. I mean, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars are diverted a day. God knows how many vehicles are stolen each day. And we know there are theft rings globally. I mean, I don't want to put on my tinfoil hat yet, but this could be a gigantic problem across all technology platforms.
Oh, yeah.
And it's probably not just automotive. There's freight probably being stolen. I mean, this is nuts.
Oh, look, Zach just said his customer's 2018 Porsche 911 was stolen the same way.
Right? We didn't know that.
Wow.
That's just one of the things about
good point, Jacob.
If somebody can log into my central account, they can get my certificate of insurance right off of the website.
That's
that's what was
thing.
happening last week to another driver of mine. He called us and he's already quit. Like he's no longer in business even. And he said people were calling and getting certs from his insurance agent and then booking the loads.
Exactly. You look at the certs in your packet. You got your MC number, your personal address, or well, your business address, all your trucking information. In fact, if you go to Safer, you can find more information using the DOT number. And then then you've got your insurance, you got VIN numbers of your truck sometimes. It's nuts.
Well, and Jacob's asked too, he goes, who's
Payment
the person?
Info, right?
Yeah, like
your
who's
Venmo and all your, oh my God, exactly.
Yeah, dispatchers or brokers. I mean, here's the thing, like when we had one of our cars stolen too, and we turned it in, you know, the cops are, you know, they haven't found the car obviously, and it was a classic car too. It was a Camaro. And it happened in Georgia with a 404 number, by the way. And of course, they had a tow truck pick it up, and that's where it stopped. They don't know where it went from then. I didn't ask the officer, like, how did the tow truck guy get authorized to even go get this? Is he involved in it or anything like that? I'm assuming not, because otherwise they'd already been arrested, right? But that tells you something too. So how are they paying for it? Probably fake credit cards. They call a tow company up with a fake credit card, pay for it to go picked up. They go pick it up because the customer's like, yeah, come pick it up. You know what I mean? And then it disappears.
This thing ain't no lemonade stand. I mean, this is an operation.
Oh yeah, this is major.
There isn't anything we're saying here that they don't already know.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're trying to do is help educate or the industry and
Everybody
catch
out
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the. I mean, these hackers
Just watch
are,
your accounts
are
is all I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
So don't
who's
share
on
your
the hook?
passwords. Don't click on dumb links. You know,
Yeah.
you get all those spammy emails
Yes.
and text messages. Don't click on any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
And
even
have
answer
a
my phone
2-point
unless I know the phone number.
Right. And have a 2-point verification set up on your email account. That way, if something changes, it's going to come and make it go to your phone, because you might not see it on your email till the next day, but on your phone, you're going to see it. And I don't know if everybody realizes this, but you can see who is attached to your email account. It will tell you what computers or phones or anything like that is attached, so you can go in.
How do you
and
do
stop
that?
it.
How do you find out
So
that?
you have to go.
Wow.
What I was to, because I have a paid Yahoo account, so the guy showed me how to do it.
Okay.
So, but you can't just go into your regular email. You have to go on to a computer or your phone and go into yahoo.com. Don't use the app. Don't do anything like that. Then I think it's under security, it will say what is attached to your email right now at this point in time.
Wow.
And that way you can
Awesome.
see if somebody's hacking you right then and there. Because if it's something you don't recognize, like a phone or something like that, because you don't get phone numbers, but it will say like they're in Georgia or they're in, that someone's in your account right then and there. So you close it, you change your password immediately, and they can't access it any longer. But that also means they were in there. So just keep that in mind. Watch for it.
So start asking people if they know of somebody that's been hacked.
Mm-hmm.
Or that they're aware of this problem. I mean, this is you said it, global. This is a global problem.
Yeah. And I've got a nephew who works in the internet security. I've been giving him all this information. He's going to try to find these hackers. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, cool. It's time to get some white hats on it, all right? So, listen, Vance, did you have anything you wanted to add? I really appreciate you coming in today.
Well, no, who would be actually on the hook?
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about too. I
Well,
think Jack
the-
or somebody was asking about that. Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob.
So, I mean, when we had that guy, the broker on here that was getting hacked on his Central account, remember that all his loads are usually COD?
Right.
That was what I was worried about for him too, because technically, could they not? Now they weren't stealing cars with him. They're stealing the loads, taking the money up front from the customer, and then letting him hold the bag at the end. That's why I was worried for him, because could they go to his broker bond company and say these people haven't paid me? Here's the thing. He was told by Central that it wasn't happening. So you're right. Who does hold the bag in the end of that? Now, when the car
Yeah.
gets stolen, it's a different deal. You call the cops. They're going to deal with all of that, the hacking, all of it. When I talked to that cop, he's like, there's no way to find these
See,
hackers on
and that's
here.
what I was just going to say is, unfortunately, and this is part of the scam, is that the one left holding the bag is the one who either lost the money or the car.
Right.
Because in the world of theft, I mean, people get stolen from all the time, and
Yeah.
there's not a lot you can do. This is why, this is why stores, and I really don't understand how stores, where there's a door and a window and a cash register and merchandise, and thieves are going into stores and just stealing, and it's on tape, and everyone's like, well, nothing we can do. I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Exactly.
But that is how theft works. And when you're in a theft ring and you realize, oh, we can just walk in and like grab stuff and leave, then it becomes a business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, Vance, we're going to let you go, man. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Vance. Talk to you in a little bit.
Yep.
Let's see here. So, we're going to
Murphy.
Oh, don't report. I'm just I hate the way Zoom if I remove somebody when I remove somebody from Zoom, it asks me if I want to report them. No. I just want Jeez, man. Is everything a crime scene? My gosh, what happened? What else we got here? Oh, this was interesting. Was this you or was this Vance?
This was Vance.
Oh, okay. So, but the point is, it's about, I gave you a 5-star, you gave me a 3-star, but then once they talked, oh, you know what? I didn't mean to do that. It's the point. Communication, it's amazing what communication can do. That's why it's so funny when you make a phone call and they say, listen, don't cuss. There'll be no cussing, no fighting, no, how can we help you?
So by accident, they gave him that rating.
I guess they,
Basically.
or it's, I don't know, a fancy way of saying, well, I don't know. I still don't even understand it. But
Well,
I'm
I
moving
will
on.
tell you when you
Yeah.
go in there, if you're not paying attention when you're
Oh,
clicking the
okay.
stars,
Ah,
you can screw it up really easily. And I've
okay.
caught myself before I push the button to
That's,
switch it to.
you know what? That's most like, it's usually human error. That
Yeah.
makes sense. I can
Because
see
they didn't
that.
write anything bad about him. They just gave him a treat.
And then you can't undo it.
Right.
Oh,
Which is also
that
stupid.
blows. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, system.
Yeah.
Did you know why brokers always tell you I got to check with the customer and get back to you? Very simple. They go and raise the price on the customer, add the broker fee. Yeah.
Yep.
So
I
this
agree.
is very simple. They go and raise the price on the customer and add the broker fee on top because most of the time the price of postings you see is not the price the customer signed for. Carriers complain about cheap loads, but boy, oh boy, you can't imagine how cheap those original quotes are the brokers initially give to the customers. That makes a lot of sense.
And, I mean, I know that's what they're doing because then they usually call you back and say, well, the customer's only going to pay this amount of money.
Yeah.
So I had this happen
Yeah.
last week, and this is what I did. So this is really funny. So they had the car. It was a car from Atlanta to Louisiana. They had it listed for $400, and it's okay. So just so you know, this broker does this every single time. So I was expecting it. So they come back at me and it's like, "Can you do it for 300?" I said, "No. You should put a load on there if you don't have the authorization to list the car for that price." I said, "I will do it for 500 because that's what my other loads are paying." And then they said, "I'll get back to you." Guess what? On Monday, they asked me if I still had a spot. And I'm like, "No, I'm gone." So they play with these customers' money like it's theirs, and it's not. And it's the most irritating thing ever. And anybody wants a list of the companies that do that, contact me. I'll tell you.
Put it in the live chat because now this is, I'm going to speculate live. I'm going to guess this is a very large broker.
No.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
No.
So describe can you give the demographics? Are they a small company? Are they?
They're like, I mean, you see their loads on there all the time. But they're not, they're one of the companies I always say, don't expect them to be a good load. There's certain companies out there, and how do I put this? They are foreign companies because they can barely speak English.
Oh, no, you can't say that. It's 2023.
Right.
Whoa,
But
you
they
can't
barely,
say that.
you can't barely even understand what they're saying when you do contact them, or they only require you to text them because they cannot speak English. So
Oh,
you're
no.
texting them.
Text me your company name?
Yes. It's
No.
one of those. Yes.
Oh, I hate
And
those
as we
companies.
all know, there's probably 10
they're
to
usually
15 of them
exporters.
out
Is
there.
this company an exporter?
Nope. They're
Oh,
a broker.
Okay, all right.
But they play with the customers.
I think I'm starting to know who you're talking about. And they've been doing this for years, right?
Well, there's several companies that do it. This is just one I deal with on a regular. I see it on.
And
they have them on there all the
so,
time.
okay, so let's think. Let's say you're this broker.
Uh-huh.
What's your day to day like? Like, you tell your kids, you send your kids to school, be better citizens, don't lie, don't cheat, and then they just rip people off all day
Yes.
online. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Isn't
That's
that
what I see
wild?
it. That is wild.
Isn't it weird how we can compartmentalize our morality?
Well, and
Well,
here's
we
the
lie
thing.
all day in business, but we're otherwise pretty good people.
Yeah, and I'm sure they get people to do them for the lesser rate. You know what I mean?
It's
But I
wild.
will tell you, if they've come back at me for $25 and I've got to get my driver out, I will do it. But guess what happens? You never still get the load. You will
that's
agree
so
for less
funny.
money, and you still
Exactly.
don't get the damn load.
You bend over backwards. You're finally like, screw it, I don't
Yep.
care anymore, and then you don't get the damn load anyways.
No.
That is so funny.
No.
Oh
And
my
they keep putting you on
god.
the hook, going, "I'm going to
This
get it to
is
you. I'm going to
auto
get it to you."
transport.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
so
and you never
funny.
get it. Yeah, drives me insane.
That is awesome. Hey, I just want to address a
Oh.
rumor. I saw this. Yeah, but they already did. See,
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
has anybody? I have a question.
This is
Has
6 months
anybody
ago.
had any problems with the website since they did their thing this weekend? Because all of us are having problems.
Now, before I said they already did.
Okay.
Okay, I don't think they filed, but they already had debt issues. Okay, so my point is that it's not new news, and I'm not spreading any rumors, but since the rumor has already been spread on Facebook, I'm trying to help clarify This is a large company. This is a difficult. Listen, let's do it. Let's think theoretically. If you owned equipment nationwide, if here we go, if you were a company, and there might be somebody that does this, if you were a small company and you spent a decade getting finding investment money and acquiring other car hauling businesses nationwide. And so over the course of a decade, you are now this nationwide conglomerate of smaller business owner operators, and you're operating under one giant name to get giant contracts, which is, that's a goal.
Yeah.
Well, the equipment of all the companies you acquired is now 10 to 20 years old.
Right.
Now you have an aging equipment problem.
Mm-hmm.
And this can lead to a giant debt problem.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's what we're talking about here. So we're not talking about BK, but we are talking about and they're not the only large nationwide company with such a problem. This is why, this is actually really good to talk about. This is why so many non-asset car hauling businesses exist. Because the hardest part of being in car hauling is the asset. Each one of these trucks, you're in for 6 figures.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you have a nationwide company of aging 6-figure equipment, that can lead to a debt problem.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in an economy like we're in now, where, interest rates are up, there's part supply shortages. I mean, this is becoming a problem. So I am going to go on the record and say, I don't think that there is a BK right now. Anything's a possible BK. I mean, Carvana is a possible BK, but that doesn't mean they're BK right now.
Well, even if they're BK, that doesn't mean they're done and
exactly.
out.
Exactly. Jack Cooper's been through BKs, and they're still around.
Yeah, it happened. I mean, and unfortunately, so do you remember back, God, it's been at least 10 years ago, there was a major company out of Illinois that was brokering, and they went out of business because, what company was it? It was, so it was the big CarMax company, screwed them over, didn't pay them thousands and thousands of dollars, and they took them out. Took them out. I think it was called Auto Transport.
Oh. Well,
it was out of Illinois. It was a family-owned business that had gotten huge because they'd taken on the contract for CarMax.
Right.
And then CarMax
I know what
over
you're
and
talking
went
about.
to United Road.
I know what you're talking
about. It was called Auto Transport something. It was autotransport.com. That's what it was. They were a huge company.
Autotransport.com. Yeah, you're right.
They'd gotten huge anyways. They started out really small.
Yeah.
Got huge, and then CarMax took them out by not paying them. And I can't remember how much money. It was like $300,000, $400,000. And then they couldn't pay the transporters. So one of my transporters got maybe $1,000 out of a $5,000 debt, stuff like that, because there were so many people that were eating it that they couldn't pay out everybody.
Yes.
But and then United Road got that contract. So all it takes is one company doing something like that to a broker, and it'll put them out of business.
And dependable auto shippers, DAS. Remember DAS?
Yes. Did that happen to them too?
I think similar. Yeah. No, it is. It's a problem. And this is why. But it trickles down.
Oh yeah.
Carriers, right? How many carriers are on the road right now that are like, man, I gotta get paid COD on this thing.
Yeah.
Right? I need my money right now. Speaking of, let's go to this. I found this. How Super Dispatch stacks up to Central. I had never seen this before. And hopefully you can see this okay. So let's go through. Check.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Loadboard, check.
Yep.
Map view of load routes, check. Load searches by region, check. Load alerts, check. Carrier pay suggestion, check. Carrier rating, check. TMS. Now, this one has a bucket system, but I don't know if bucket system equals TMS.
Right. You mean by using that other company? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. It's called.
We have bucket system. Okay. Listen, I'm not trying to have a great time. I just found something that I thought was interesting that I thought we should look at.
I think this is great.
It's pretty fascinating.
Shows you how it compares up. Yeah, absolutely.
You can send BOLs and invoices automatically? Yep. 24/7 one-click no-call booking? Yep.
Yep.
Verified monitored carriers?
Yep.
Price negotiation,
Yep. Love it.
GPS,
Love it.
API, which
Don't know.
is
What's that?
that's how different softwares can connect and talk.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you can connect a software to
No.
the other
No, you
guys.
can't.
3-minute support response,
Yep.
customer success managers, integrated payments, and free driver mobile app.
Yep.
That's quite a list there. Good
Yeah.
job.
Look how much more they've got
Pretty neat.
prepared.
It's
Yeah.
kind of neat. All right. To learn more, go to here. I'll share the link. If you haven't already been to Super Loadboard Secret, you really should check this show out. Again, skip the first hour where I just talk and drone on. I'm just going to write SD show in the live chat. So go. You can click that, click a reminder, set a reminder, check it out later. Let's see.
This is the one we did
here.
a couple weeks ago. Is that
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you were on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That show was terrible till you got there. Okay. You can get some swag if you watch the show. You can find out how you can get swag. Dude, where'd I put? I got a hat and a banner yesterday.
Did you? I
already got
mine. I was hoping mine would come in.
Yeah,
today.
I already got my swag.
Sweet.
Dang it. How did I miss that? That's the podcast. Get it? It's ATI Auto Business. Call or text Ty, 417-483-2764. Check this out. This is so cool. Tomorrow on Cars on the Move, we have Ship.Cars on the show.
Sweet.
I know. We're going to get a look at some of their dispatcher solutions features. There's really a lot happening now in auto transport. So share it on ATI. We're going to have Vlad and Daniel live. This is going to be cool. This is really going to be cool. Ship.Cars has also gotten involved with ATI and is... So here's a tough question. How can carriers find and keep good drivers? What's the answer to that?
Right. Yeah.
And,
I don't know.
Right? That's it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I used to have to hire drivers too for our trucks, and that's why we got out of the business partly for that part of it, because we had drivers that would steal the trucks and take off with them, and we'd have to go find them. And I don't know, drug testing. I don't know what to tell you. You got to get lucky and find a good driver,
drug
right?
testing, yeah. And then Jay makes a 420 dude show. Nice.
Well,
Okay.
dude, I had a driver. Hold on. I had a driver that literally told me he had a chopper following him because he was dating a white girl. I'm like, really? Could you please take my truck and park it someplace so I can
What?
find
Wait a minute.
it?
He had oh my
I'm
God,
not
that is
kidding you.
amazing. He
I am
had a
not kidding you.
chopper following him because
Yes,
he was
in
dating a white
Kansas
girl.
City,
That is
and they had the chopper looking
awesome.
for him, and I'm like,
Oh my God, that is. Now listen,
Please
I'm not
just park it.
I'm not saying that's not possible in America today. It's just
This is
not
about 10
likely.
years ago,
It's
15
just not
years
like
ago.
that's a lot of police resources.
And then he told me that one of the cars came
Oh,
undone
that's crazy.
because they were there unhooking the cars and cutting the mesh on the thing. I'm like, that doesn't happen, dude. So, yeah, we had to locate that truck and trailer. Are you surprised? So, found it in Columbia, Missouri, someplace. Yeah.
Wow, that is wild, man. God,
And
you
I
never know
Vance
what
had
you're
some
gonna
troubles,
hear.
too, with drivers.
This is one crazy world.
It is. It really
It's
is.
the Car Shippy Business Channel. Let me know how we can help. We appreciate you joining in. So we did 75 minutes today. We're shortening the show basically to 60 minutes plus.
And I still do have spots. If anybody needs dispatchers,
Oh.
I have spots.
Okay, good. Hey, she still has spots. What,
I do.
sunspots? No, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Are you completely stressed out from all the calls and the contracts and the verifications of loads where nobody ever answers the phone? Call Murphy Auto Dispatch Services today. Murphy Auto Dispatch Services has over 15 years in the transport industry. We are your office while you are on the road. We book, we verify, and we bill out your loads for you. We have an excellent accounting staff and an even better dispatch team. Give us a call today at 417-273-0021, or if you want to email me, it's murphyautotransport31@yahoo.com. Give us a call today.
So you got the phone number in the live chat, the email address in the live chat, the website in the live chat. So Sue, you were saying you still have spots. What do you
I
have?
do.
Yeah, what do you
I
got?
can take. We usually specialize in 3 to 5 cars, just so everybody knows. But I do have a couple dispatchers that can handle the 7 and the 9 and the 10s too. So give us a call. We can tell you what we do, how we do it, and send you over some, documentation, and we can go from there.
Wow, Ty actually found a goat emoticon because Sue is the goat.
I'm good.
And what's important here too is that's why we go around, again, shady brokers, crappy carriers, illegal dispatchers. There are some, but not all. And what's important here is you're going to meet somebody at a truck stop. It's like, dispatcher, my God, they'll kill your business. Okay, no. I mean, if you get a crappy dispatcher like a hacker, yeah, that'll kill your business.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you're focused on you're hauling so many cars that you can't sit and stare at your phone while you're bumping down the road, get a dispatcher.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what we're built for. I mean,
That's what it's for.
Office,
yeah. Because, I mean,
while
you stare
you're
at
on
the
the
screen
road.
all day.
Yeah.
How do you do that if you're a busy owner-operator?
Driver.
I
Yeah, you
still
should
don't
be
know.
driving. Yeah.
I've
be
wanted to know
driving.
that for years. I
Yeah.
don't get it. Because you can't just set it and forget it and click. And the
Yeah.
only way to do that is to scoop up the cheap loads, right?
Yeah, and who wants to do that? We're
I-
all about making you
that's
as
not
much
a
money as you
business.
can, because the more money you make, the more money we make.
And if you're stuck on, well, I got to pay you and I got to pay them, listen, man. We all pay somebody something. You do have a phone bill, right?
Right.
You pay for water, you pay for power, you pay for your tires, you pay the DOT. And here's the problem. If you're paying so many people that you don't have any money left over, you may really need a dispatcher to help you make more money on the loads you're booking.
Right.
Or you need to go develop business, and that's our Friday show called Cars on the Move. So, and Jacob says, see, maybe the chopper was following the code word white girl. See, that could be. I'm picturing like Goodfellas, where he's driving and he's looking in the sky. I love that movie. That scene is the best. And I think it's a Rolling Stones song that's playing. Oh man, I want to go watch some Goodfellas now. That would pretty much be our show today. We really thank everybody for tuning in. If you got something else, well, you won't be able to put it in the live chat in a minute. But Volta, check it out. Volta is going to get his sticker, he or she, or they. Support at superdispatch.com. You email support at superdispatch.com. Tell them what you want on the merch. Let me find that. Go ahead and find that again. You can tell them, hey, I just said I would like a hat and a pennant. Oh, and I said throw in a hat for Ty. So they sent me 2 hats and a pennant.
And I recommend their t-shirts. They are the softest, nicest t-shirts I think I've ever had in my entire life.
Oh.
They are
that actually goes a long way. Nice. That sounds like
really
good
does.
quality. That's awesome. So yeah, they got the stickers. Put it on your truck. And Opatia let me down too many times. I wonder who let him down. Become a psychiatrist, low rate loads. Oh, Irvine Transport says Sue brightens up the show.
Oh, thank you.
That's so nice. So, thank you so much. I see more likes came in. That's really nice. Thank you for all your likes. Please tell your friends. Like, share, subscribe. ATI, Auto Business. This is the channel. This is the channel, man. The channel? Yeah, it is. So, join us tomorrow, Ship.Cars. Tune in. Here, I'll share the link. I'll make this easy for you. I really think it's going to be a knockout show. They're going to show us some tech. They're going to tell us about some of their features. And here's what's cool. The more all the platforms advance and accelerate, the wider the gap will be between what the future looks like and what the past used to look like. Let's get out of that past. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's leave that behind. Anybody still doing papers flying around the cab and stuff? Dude, why? Why would you do that? Why would you have papers flying around your cab? I actually don't even know. And Why can't you book loads without making a phone call? I don't even know. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, phone calls are cool and all, but you need to make a phone call on every load? Why? Why would you need to do that? We get text messages and updates from, UPS, or you can do all kinds of things with your phone. But you got to make a phone call to get a load? Why? I still don't get it. All right. Well, somebody give me the answer. Tell me in the live chat. Put it in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks a lot, Ben, and Expo Tractor, and Ty, and ATI community. We're here to help. Please join us tomorrow on the Ship.Cars show. Tune in the live chat. Ask your questions. Share your thoughts. Grow your business. It's ATI Auto Business. What do we say, office?
What do we say, everybody? Goodbye, Sue.
Goodbye, Sue. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you again soon.
All right. See ya.
All right. Take care. Peace.